Alright, so it's proper day one in Japan, and look at how cool it is walking out of this thing. It is such a cool, crazy, bright color. I'm still so thankful to Sam for letting us borrow his car. Anyway, like I said, today's probably just gonna be sorting out the car, maybe doing a couple laps. It's a little misty out, but I'm pretty excited. The view here in the fall is unreal. I'm not gonna be able to do this properly. I'm driving halfway in the middle of the road and wipers are, it's a pretty view. What, Mesker, is it a pretty view?
Yes, it's very pretty.
One of the cool things that I really like about driving here, the track opens at 8 a.m. and it closes at 4 p.m. So it kind of forces us,
So rude.
he's so rude. So it kind of forces us, shut up, man! Thank you. So it kind of forces us to get on an early schedule. I don't know, I like that. Do you like that, Mesker?
Yeah, I like it. Keeps you active.
Normally I'm a little nocturnal beast. Also, just to clarify, I saw a little bit of confusion. We're not drifting this. This isn't like for Ebisu. I would never drift a car this clean at Ebisu, nor would I want to take out Sam's like fresh build. We might do a private track day later on in the week where he might let me do a couple laps of this. This is purely just to like get around town. Like I said, the rental car place was closed and I offered to basically pay him the same that I was paying the rental company for his R33, and he's like, nah dude, just take my S15, it's cool. So just to clarify, this car isn't going to get driven at Ebisu. I don't know if I made it sound like that accidentally. Good old stop at Japanese 7-Eleven for some breakfast. Good old latte machine. Always get some water. I got a little banana, and then we got some mysterious breakfast sandwiches that I think have meat in them, but we're not sure. David just came out with the ultimate cheat code. I've been struggling getting in. We didn't even realize our boy Sam's got a quick release. Life is good. Bold move biting into this thing, David. Bold move. I think it has meat in it, that's what I'm saying.
Hopefully it has meat in it.
Yeah. Can confirm some type of meat. Alright, the real test is, can Samet's car handle the bumps going up the hill to the track? I don't know if he's had this car at Ebisu yet. Does it have enough torque to make it up the hill? Let's find out. I think we'll be alright. One of my first missions is going to be popping this taillight back in, so I got some silicone. Hopefully salvage it so I don't have to buy a new one. Good as new. Alright, so one of the tasks right now is to pop in this harness bar, which should be relatively simple, but I'm going to have to cut some of the padding off my current cage, and then I'm going to need the seats to be able to figure out the right height to mount it at. I had a package from Germany in my car and I actually forgot what it was. I think we thought the packages went missing, but if you guys remember that JZX I drove in Germany, he sent me the same handbrake setup that he has, so I can clamp this on and then kind of have a proper handbrake style up here, so it's like the cars I'm used to driving. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited to give it a try. Just getting right to town with removing these seats. Look who it is!
Oh, your girlfriend misses you.
Does she?
Yeah, she says all this stuff. You never call her anymore.
You're not wrong.
I know. You have to come see her soon.
I know. All right, and something else super exciting is Samet and Okachan actually helped set me up with Bride, and they helped me out with seats for this car since we have to do buckets now. So we've got some sick fixed back brides and rails that are gonna be going in this car that I'm super excited for. I've never had fixed back brides, I've only had the reclinables in my other cars and I love them. If you guys ever haven't done bride seats with bride rails, it is literally the nicest thing in the world because the sliders are all welded to the actual rails, so everything just works super nice and easy. Everything just bolts up and it's not a headache like installing most seat setups are. This is like mini Christmas for me. The nicest parts on this car. These look so good, eh? I'm pumped. So these are the Type L, which should suit me the best for my sizing. I'm so excited for these. It's gonna be really nice actually, like not getting thrown around in this car too. Actually get held by the seat. So to go to the bottom holes, you would basically turn the brackets like this, but it's gonna make it a little bit more difficult to get the actual rails to the bottom of it. Since you sit so low in JZX100s anyway, I think I'm gonna flip these around and put it on the second holes just to make it a little bit easier for actually installing them. So I got the harness bar and I'm ready to start throwing the seats in. So I've got number one all done and it looks phenomenal in there, especially with the Yashio harnesses. A little trick that I did was you can take a zip tie, and if you don't want to cut the harnesses, you can kind of loop them and then put a zip tie just to keep it looking nice. So I'm on a number 2 now, and I'm actually gonna mount this one a little bit lower because I didn't like how low it sat when I did the brackets the other way for the passenger. I just got some food. I'm almost done getting my car sorted with the seats and harnesses and harness bar. Honestly though, like super buzzkill. I'm 99% sure that someone stole the money out of my wallet last night. Of course, the only country that I ever travel with cash in is Japan because a lot of places don't accept cards here at Ebisu. So I had a lot of money in my wallet. I think I had like somewhere between $700 and $1,500 worth of yen because I had it back in the States and I just threw it in my wallet. It was really dumb, and I thought the car had an electronic lock, but it didn't, so it was unlocked last night, and now it's gone, and I'm bummed. I don't know, something about getting stolen from, it's happened to me a couple times. Worst being the roof rack stolen off my E46, and now the second worst would probably be this. It's just not a good feeling. It really just, it's just like, damn, it's a bummer. Kind of the same feeling when my Porsche got hit in that parking lot. Next thing on my list has been checking the toe in the front and the rear. Since the car's been sitting a while and I don't remember how much crashing I did last time, I figure it's always a good idea to just make sure the alignment and everything's okay. But another cool thing that's going on, James from Power Vehicles is helping me right now swap my fuel pump, because for the first time ever, I'm gonna get this car tuned. I found out that Mesker actually has a Power FC on his car, and it makes a little bit more power, which is why I always get gapped up the hill. And on North Course, it's a very dangerous game to play catch up, so I figured I'd get my car tuned so we'd have the same exact power. Probably only be an extra 20 wheel, but I think it just leans it out a little bit and adds a little bit more timing, which will be fun. So exerting the same force, here's a demonstration of that handbrake setup from my friend. That's like pulling pretty hard. To get the same pull, I barely have to yank on it at all, so that's kind of cool. It's gonna be weird. I don't know how I'm gonna like it, but placement wise it feels pretty good. It feels pretty solid, so we'll see how it turns out. Digging through the Cresta, and I found my student ID from college. I've actually been looking for it because I can get some discounts at all the local food places near where I live. How cool is that? My car was just a stock fuel pump, and conveniently enough, they actually have Dishworks DW200s here, which is more than enough that we'll need running pump gas in this thing and just turning the boost up a little bit with a Power FC, so that's pretty funny. Shout out Dishworks. After that crash last time, my front mount was a little bit more beat up than it already was. It was starting to get a little bit crazy with all the JB Weld. So one thing that is new here on this trip is a brand new Hpi Intercooler Kit that the guys installed while I was gone. Alright, so I think we're gonna head out and go get some food. Checking up on the car real quick. Got all the seats, harnesses in, they look amazing. Very, very happy. Thank you to Yashio Factory and Bride. The car overall isn't in terrible shape. It's missing some headlights and got some dents and dings, but it's in pretty good shape considering how many mount series it's been through. I don't remember if I said this in a video or not, but I exposed your cheating tactics of your Power FC. Everyone knows why your car's so fast. So they said that obviously like I had to go to a bigger fuel pump. I think it's a little more timing and leaning it out a little bit since these things get so pig rich when you start upping the boost.
Okay.
I heard that it makes them a lot more responsive. Do you remember what your car was like without the FC?
No, because it's always had the Power FC in it.
Ah,
Since I got it.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Sam, I've been taking really good care of your car, but for whatever reason, every time I get in and out, there's more Hpi wrappers underneath my butt. I don't know where they're coming from, but it's not me. So this is one of the all-you-can-eat barbecue restaurants that we go to, where you just put the meat on the grill and then you eat it. I think it's Japanese, but I'm not sure. Sai's been trying to feed me tongue. It almost worked once. Nice try, guy. So I was a little bit stupid. I didn't realize that we actually had a private Nico day planned the second day that I got to Japan. So tomorrow, I thought I was gonna get to drive the JZX100 for my first time in forever with the new tune and everything. But there's actually gonna be a private day in Nico where I'm gonna go and get to drive a couple other cool cars. So I'm really excited for that, and it's something I've been looking super forward to. But like spending a day working on my Cresta and then not getting to drive it, I was like a little bit bummed when I found out. But there should be some cool content coming tomorrow from Nico, which is probably one of my favorite tracks I've ever driven. But unfortunately, no JZX100 content. And they're doing the G1 comp, and tomorrow is supposed to be the practice day. I'm still gonna try to do the comp, but with no practice in a car that hasn't been touched in like a year, we'll see how it does. How do you think it'll be? You think it'll be all right?
I think it'll be, should be right.
Should be. Should be right, mate. Sick. How are you liking this thing?
This thing is amazing.
Yep. So, in case you aren't aware, this car is right-hand drive, and David is actually driving right now. I'm not driving. There's no steering wheel here at the moment, believe it or not. That's pretty good, though. It feels very, very fast from the passenger side.
Yeah.
It really does. That's crazy. Well, Mesker saved my mood and saved my night. So last night I threw my wallet in a plastic shopping bag, and I guess because it couldn't close because of all the stupid change here. Yep, that's right. The smallest, or should I say, the coins go up to $5, and this is like $5 US, 500 yen. So my wallet wouldn't even shut, and all my money fell out in this bag. So he found it all, and we counted it, and I had, I think it was 780 yen. So not 1,000, not over 1,000 like I thought, but still, or sorry, $780 or 7,800 yen. I'm really bad at numbers. Add 2 zeros, that's what it is. So that's sick. I'm very much so more happy now. With that being said, this is officially the end of this video, and I am looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow with a bunch of rad drift content from one of the coolest tracks in Japan. Have you ever heard of the Nico drop? Have you ever heard of that thing that makes people three-wheel and makes you go while you're drifting? Because that's where I'm going. Did you know that? Anyway, I hope you guys have been enjoying the content. It's been a while since we've been home. I'm very much so ready to go back to Florida because we've got so many cool projects going on. It's gonna be a bit nutty when we get back, but I hope you guys have enjoyed the travel videos. I've been appreciating reading all the comments that you guys have, and it makes me happy to see that you guys are enjoying it because I'm having a blast. So thank you, and I will see you tomorrow.